Very warm welcome. It's Dean from maverickstar Observatory. Good afternoon. Guys, sometimes it's not easy to accept a truth when it's clearly presented to you. We always want to believe something else is better going to happen in a bad situation, but that isn't going to be the case. And if you just do a little bit more research yourselves, you'll find out what I'm talking about. China's economy is collapsing. They're refusing to export certain crops. That's because they need them themselves. Europe is in a calamity. Some of the richest countries and the biggest producers are struggling themselves. All this is taking place right now. I've heard some stories with you dear folks in the United States, what's happening there. It's the same here in the UK. We've got 51% unemployment rate in this country. 51% of the population are claiming benefits, and I dare say that is the case in the States, Canada, Australia, most European countries. Agricultural production is going offline, and cities are becoming stagnant. If you can hear these words, cities are the last places to be on this earth when all this goes down, and it is right now taking place. It is starting to go down. This isn't something that's going to be over within a few months. This is going to take a long time to recover, if it ever will, and I doubt it will. I believe that people are eventually going to resort, when all the boiling water has calmed down to a simmer, when all those people have realised what's going on, they will return back to a more simpler life. And I'm just saying to you guys now, you have probably an opportunity to get that simpler life now. Buy a small holding somewhere, get yourself out into a more rural area and enjoy just simple basic things. Because if you hang in there like all the governments around the world are expecting you to do, your life is going to become a bigger misery tomorrow than it is today. I guarantee you that. I know that for a fact. It's easy for me to say that. I spend a lot of my time doing research on various things, and they're not my profession. My profession is science. That's what I do. I write programs, build electronics, I run the observatory, I run the website, I run this YouTube channel. That's my expertise, but I am curious in other areas as well. And what I see is going on is just evidence that all these things are now starting to have an impact, and there will be no recovery from this. There won't be. Looking at American government bonds, very appealing to investors because the stocks are more of a risk than the bonds, and there's a reason for that, I believe. I just want to see what happens. I wanted to mention it to you because I just want to see what happens next. I think this is a trap. People are going to buy bonds and something else is going to happen because they think logically, like we all would, this is the better investment. Well, I guess in time we're going to see. But what we're seeing right now, every single day, is more job losses, more agricultural land going offline, and climate destroying, towns, cities and villages. And then we have the human input, which is not helping at all. Because we've got wars going on in Ukraine, the threat of nuclear war with Russia and the United States and Europe, and NATO. and everything else just compiling on these are dark days, and you can understand why people think that we are in times now of tribulation. But we are at the end of a peak. You have to realise that when you look at where we are in the historical climate charter, you will see that we're at the end of another cycle, and that this has happened many times before. Only thing is that we have no recognition of the societies perhaps that was in abundance, 100,000 years ago, 200,000 years ago. That's if they was. Maybe there was, maybe there weren't. I don't know. I'm just saying right now, this is a game changer where we are right now. We have natural anomalies taking place which disfavour production. We have technology at a certain level which favours, encouraging human well-being. I really want to break through to some of you guys so that you can understand and realise where we are right now, because things from here will not get better. I guarantee you that. There is no magic click of the finger, because there is just too much corruption. You have to realise that. I know you'd be better off taking a more easier life. Yes, you're going to lose some of your privileges that you've got used to being in the cities, all those amenities, the shops, the lifestyle. I'm just saying to you now, that lifestyle will come to an abrupt end, and when you decide at that point to make a decision, it will be too late. You're in on early information now. At this point, you need to act on it. I know it's difficult to convince the loved ones that you're with, but you need to find some way of doing that, because a total loss is exactly a total loss. I want to thank a few people for sticking with us, supporting us, and keeping the message going. Just to mention one person, James, thank you so much, buddy, for stepping up to that line. And I want to thank all the others as well. We need to do more. There is 8 billion people on this planet, and it is just not about I and myself and me. And I will guarantee you this, and I know that if any of you out there have life experience, you will know that when you help others, it comes back in other ways. Every single time. I'll say where I usually do. There's a link down there if you want to help. I sincerely hope you do. Take care of your loved ones, as always. Bye for now.